That's how I get that ooh.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
What's goody, YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to yet another live reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave your comments down below, and enjoy this reaction video. What's goody, YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to yet another live reaction video. I'm your girl, TMR. Thank y'all so much for stopping what you were doing and meet me over in this damn break room, y'all. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Give a damn about a hater when I feel like.
All right, y'all. Y'all see the title and y'all see the thumbnail, honey. We got some moms in the break room. Not the moms we normally talk about, honey. We got us some new moms, okay? So we got a couple Kendra G reactions, and then we have something I saw on Tasha K's Instagram that I thought was kind of interesting. I follow Tasha K on Instagram, and she posted this video clip of this lady basically having a breakdown on the internet, and it's actually very sad, y'all. So we're going to talk about that. Happy 4th of July to you guys. Happy 4th of July to each and every one of you all. Again, I hope y'all are feeling good and doing great. Hey, Janae. Hey, Miss TLD. Hey, Sean. Hey, Five. Hey, Camilla. Hey, Lynn. Y'all enjoying your 4th of July? Hey, Conceited. LaShonda, Jenny, Trina. Michelle's in the building. Freeman. Yana's up in here, Sean Smith, Tam Reed, Kay Sola, wait for it, Mama Twinses, Miss Yana Hairston. Hey, y'all. I hope you guys are out doing, well, maybe y'all probably winding down by now, because if you guys were, barbecuing and stuff, you probably, more than likely, y'all probably done cooking by now. So y'all probably just sitting around kicking back. Some of y'all might have to go to work tomorrow. Some of y'all might have that, the day off, child. If you smart, honey, you got that Thursday off because, the job paid for that, girl. You just slid that Friday on in right behind it. Because who the hell want to go to work the day after holiday? Baby, who want to do that? Nobody wants to do that. Hey, Miss Honey, how are you? Hey, Pretty Dope. Hey, Rhea. Hey, Tina, you said I'm chilling. My birthday tomorrow, TMR. My last year of my 30s. I'll be 39. 39 and feeling fine, honey. Okay. Hey, Tina, well, happy almost birthday to you, sis. Okay. Y'all make sure y'all put some birthday emojis in the chat for our good sis, Miss Tina. Sis is turning 39 and feeling oh so fine, okay? She about to say goodbye to her damn 30. Sis, say that ain't no need to be feeling any type of way, sis. 40, flirty 40. It's all right, girl, honey. That just means you're maturing and moving on. Hey, Cancer. You said, I'm so glad you went live tonight. Happy 4th, Cancer. You're a bad girl. Hey, Nearly. How are you, sis? So you said I was on my 4th plate. Not your big back behavior, Janae. Now you know we've been struggling to unbig our backs, and here you coming in the break room with talking about you on your 4th plate, girl. I didn't do any cooking today, baby, because we went to a big barbecue last weekend, and child, I was like, I'm not boiling water. You hear me? We had some chicken and some potato salad, some green beans, and some dinner rolls. Okay, there y'all go. Eat up and have a good time. Okay. I wasn't doing that. I just didn't feel like it. I just wasn't in the mood for it. Okay. Yes, honey. Welcome to the 40s, baby. Say 40 and fine. I know that's right. All right, y'all. So we're going to get on into it. Again, thank y'all so much for being here. I know it's a holiday. I wasn't going to go live. I was like, you know what? I'm going to let my sis enjoy the holiday. Then I was like, you know what? No, I'm going to get on here. I'm going to keep the momentum going. We've been doing pretty good. So I'm gonna keep that momentum going. You said the food was good as hell, sis. I couldn't help myself. Ella, I'm gonna waddle my big ass to the gym first thing in the morning. I know that's right. Hey VM, how you doing, sis? I know that's right, girl. But when the food is good, girl, it's damn good. Okay, you just can't help it. What's up, Stephanie? Yeah, oh well, thank you, Sean. Yeah, I said, well, let me get on here. I said I had some things I wanted to. Y'all know I got a whole bunch of Kendra G reactions, but today y'all know the last time we did Kendra G, we had the man on here, and I ain't gonna lie to y'all, that man with the menage a trois with his partner, he was married to a woman, and then he married a man, and then he divorced the man, and then he with the new boyfriend, and now they want to invite a white or Hispanic man in the clip. I said, but. Whew. I said, you know what? I'm gonna take me a break from the men on Kendra G, baby, because honey, that man, child, he scorned me. I was like, So we're gonna get into the women because I don't think we discussed any of the women that came on there lately. It's been a whole bunch, y'all. Everybody on here wants somebody to make 80, 100,000, 200,000. Everybody wants somebody making 80, 100,000 a year. You know, you got to match what I got, and this, that, and the other. And all I'm thinking is, well, child, I hope you making what you asking for somebody else to make. You know, I said, I understand you need somebody with some coins in their pocket, you know. And especially if that man has kids, you know, and especially if those kids are not adults. If he still got minor children, yeah, and you got children, yeah, he needs to make enough money in order to support the children and, you know, support what we got going on over here. So he definitely needs to do that. But honey, that's the requirement, honey. Everybody said, I need you to make 80K, 100K, 150, 200K. And I'm just thinking to myself, you know, they say that on the Kendra G show, but do they do that on the dating apps? For any of y'all that ever been on them dating apps, is there a section on the dating app that where you could put how much you prefer for somebody to make before they even hit your profile? I said, child. You said everybody and their mama are entrepreneur. Girl, everybody and their mama. You know, I'm starting to think though, entrepreneur is just a sophisticated way for saying I ain't got no damn job. Okay, that's what I'm starting to think is everybody entrepreneur, but don't nobody talk about the business. Child, a mess. You hear me? Hey, Tina. Yes, Tina, a whole mess. So, y'all, let's get it. What you say about the grandkids, Miss TLD? You said I had the day off from the grandkids. Thank you, Lord. I know that's right. But, honey, shouts out to you for being there for your children to watch their children while they go to work and do what they're doing, honey. Shouts out to you, honey, for being that grandma that can do that. You said not from what I've seen. What you mean, Maya? Not from what you've seen, what, sis? She said we're talking about the lady in the dashika. Yeah, we're gonna talk about her, honey. Girl, I'm starting to think that's what it means, Tina. I'm really starting to think what it means. All right, y'all, let's get into it. So like I said, we got one first. This one, I'm gonna start off with this one first because I don't know how y'all gonna feel about this. But I'm gonna let her talk, and then we'll talk after she does.
But I feel like I want to give up on my sons. Like, they lazy, they dirty. The one 14-year-old, he's rude and disrespectful. The boy told me I need to get a better job and make more money, and I need to buy a better house. And I am a single mother of 5. These niggas don't do shit for my kids. I do everything for my kids. They won't clean. They won't do chores. Like, they won't walk the dog. They won't do nothing but play the fucking game. And I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of trying to tell them how to be a man because a woman can't teach a man how to be a man, and they daddy say shit, and there's nobody fault on my own because I knew who the fuck I was fucking. But damn, like, one, He ain't nowhere in his life. And the other one, I was fucking married, and this bitch ass nigga cheated on me and then denied my child. Like, what the fuck? Bitch, what I do to you? I was with this man for 8 fucking years. The bitch ass nigga denied my child. I asked the DNA test. We was married. The court won't give it to us. Like, the other one, I knew him since middle school. I was with him for 2 years. And as soon as I told this bitch ass motherfucker I was pregnant after I called him cheating with the white bitch, this nigga just said fuck it and did. Never spent the fucking day when the child came back and checked on me to see who I was fucking. They got mad at who I was fucking. Like, that's it. That's the only fucking time this nigga ever checked on me to see who I was fucking. And I'm tired because I don't know how to raise them and make them respectable, loving, caring men, because I ain't have that example. Like, my daddy's a shit, but I can't teach him how to be like my dad. He gonna end up like their daddies, and I'm trying so hard not to let them be like, man, I swear to God, I just want to send them to a group home. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna beat their ass and then I'm gonna go to jail, and then what? I don't know how to say this. But
All right, y'all. So for some of y'all that couldn't really hear what she was saying throughout the tears, so basically she has 5 children. I'm assuming they're all boys. And she has a couple of baby daddies. And one of the baby daddies she was actually married to. And she said while she was pregnant, she found out he was cheating while they were married. And he basically denied the baby. Now, he was the one cheating, but denied the baby once she told him she was pregnant. She said none of the dads come check on the kids. She said the kids are dirty, they're wild, they're unruly, they won't listen, she didn't say what their ages were. I'm just going to assume they're under the age of 18 if they're still in the home. She said she can't get them to do nothing. The only thing they want to do is play the game. She said that, as a woman, she can't teach them how to be a man. And she said that she just want to, give up. She said she want to send them to a group home. She want to do something. Nobody will help her. So here's my thought to that. Being a mother to 3 sons myself, you're right. As a woman, we can't teach boys how to be men. But what you can teach them is how to be respectful. You can teach them responsibility. You could teach them qualities of being a good person. That's all you need to do. Show them how to be a good person. Again, not knowing the whole entire story, just based off what she says. And obviously, she's so frustrated, she came to the internet to vent. Sounds like from the conception of the children, once they got to a certain age, I don't know, once they started walking, so about 1 year old, up into the age they are now, sounds like she never laid boundaries down. The fact that she says the kids don't clean, don't take out the garbage, they don't do anything but play the game all day. Well, how do they have access to the game? You know what the unfortunate thing is now? A lot of these parents be scared of their kids. Because these kids, especially these new age, these microwave kids, baby, they out of control. Y'all see how they cut up at the school. We've reacted to several videos throughout the last couple of years of how these kids is beating up teachers at school. We've seen that. And even if we didn't react to it, y'all have seen it on the internet going viral. You have to keep them busy. You have to keep boys busy, sports, basketball, swimming, football, anything that will drain their energy. Yeah, if you can afford to do that. If she's a single mom, based from what she said, she don't have any help. So, you know, again, I don't know what she does for a living or anything like that. I don't know if she's experiencing the behaviors from all five of the boys, or if it's one or two boys. You know, a lot of times when you see when one see that they can get away with something, it becomes a domino effect, and then all the kids join on in. The biggest thing, though, again, I can understand her being frustrated, but honey, I wish I would break down in tears and come to the internet and cry. Those kids wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm just a different person. You know, here's the thing with maybe she doesn't belong to a church, although she can't teach him how to be a man. I mean, what about, maybe a pastor in your church? And I know a lot of people feel indifferent about church and the leadership in church, but here's the thing, all pastors are not bad. There still are some good ones out there. I don't know. And some people might say, well, maybe she needs, the kids need like a big brother. Well, you know what's so funny about that whole big brother, big sister? I remember when I was a foster parent, I was trying to get I was trying to get them a big brother, big sister mentorship. And I remember telling them that I had two foster children. They were actually brother and sister. And I was needing to get them with some type of big brother or big sister. And I remember that woman telling me that the waiting list for it was 3 years long. 3 years long. So that's not always an option. I mean, you would be better off, again, joining a church and, expressing your concerns to, the pastor, and the pastor can reach out to the deacons and, things of that nature. But I think, unfortunately for her, I believe the situation has got, obviously, based off her coming to the internet, the situation has gotten so out of control that there's probably no fixing these children. Because again, one thing about a child, you got to lay the fundamentals down in the beginning. You got to lay boundaries down in the very beginning. I'm talking about from the time they start walking. You can't wait till the child is 10 years old and now you want to start disciplining them because you allowed them to go 10 years without discipline, and now you frustrated and you upset. Now you want to start. Because one thing about a child is just like once they get set in their ways, just like people, once you get set in your ways, that's what you are, set in your ways. Ms. TLD said, I have always said I couldn't teach my boys how to be men, but I did teach them how to be a good person, and now they're grown and okay. Exactly. Yeah, yes, us as mothers, yeah, we definitely cannot teach our boys how to be men because we're not men, right? But what we can teach them is how to, like you said, Ms. TLD, how to be a good person, how to be, how to be respectful, how to be responsible, how to be considerate. You don't have, any gender can teach any other gender that. A girl can teach a boy that, and a boy can teach a girl that. You said, Mrs. Rice said she allowed the disrespect. They've probably been acting like that since they were small. Some parent thinks it's cute when their kids act like that when they're young. Yes, some parents do think that. And you can just tell based off the way she's breaking down on the internet. And again, no disrespect to her, but you could probably tell she's somewhat of a pushover, because especially when she said she can't get them to do anything in the house, but they just stay and play the game all day. I'm just curious, why do they have access to the game? Child, why is the Wi-Fi still on? Okay, honey, I'll just cut that Wi-Fi off. Y'all know these new age kids, that's the closest way to make sure they can listen to you, honey. Cut that Wi-Fi off, and I bet you'll get some attention in the house then. Trina says, I have two boys, 27, 25. That 27 gave me trouble, but he knew I wasn't his friend. I was his mother. Exactly. Monique says, I know someone who tries hard to discipline her kids. Whenever she takes things away, they call the police and ACS and bake up lies. She has to walk on eggshell in her own home. Well, my God, Monique, we're going to pray for that, sis, because, baby. But again, Monique, more than likely, the reason why your friend is a prisoner in her own home It's because she didn't lay the groundwork with her children. One thing about a child, now when I say this, don't misinterpret what I say. One thing about a child, baby, you got to put the fear in a child at a very young age. And when I say fear, that doesn't mean, you know, beating them or anything. I'm not saying that, but you have to make those children understand who is boss. And more times, how you do that is you don't reason, you don't bargain with the kids. When you say something, that's what it is. You know, if I say no, that means no, and that's just all to it. We're not going to negotiate. There is no negotiation. Now, also as a parent, you don't have to run your house as a militant, right? But you definitely have to lay ground rules down, and you have to lay those down from the word say go. You said fraternities and sororities have mentor groups, the Black ones. Yeah, and depending on if they have enough people available to mentor, that definitely be a possibility too. Camilla says, I would take these games away at this point. She needs to be more assertive because ain't no way I'll let my son get out of hand. You gonna clean, cook, fold clothes, etc. around my house. Exactly. But so what's so unfortunate is that the fact, hey, Virgo Diva, is the fact that the fathers are not willing participants. And at the end of the day, y'all, the only thing she can make those fathers do is put them, make them pay child support. She could put them down on child support. That's as far as what she can do. That's the only thing that she can do is make them pay child support. But at the end of the day, if they don't want to be fathers, if they don't want to come, pick the kids up and take them places and do things with them, unfortunately, the state can't make them be dads. Now, the state can definitely make them pay some money, but they can't make them do anything else. So even if she's getting some type of child support, that's still not helping her with disciplining the children. Let me see. Both of y'all are saying something. She's not my friend. She's just someone I met through my cousin. Oh, okay, Monique. Okay. You said, Tasha, the old school ways do not work on the kids today. I'm old school myself, but the kids today have been told about their rights and have been informed to call the authorities for everything. Well, I'm going to say this, Kimmy K, that's not all kids. Once again, sis, if you lay down boundaries in the very beginning, right? Just like your child got to get to know you got to get to know your child too. So just like when, most people, when you have visitors in your home, there's rules, right? Typically, when somebody comes over your house for the very first time, you probably advises them, oh, we don't wear shoes in the home. Hey, can you just put your shoes right over there on the side? And there's some slippers there that you can wear. We don't wear shoes in the house. Or you probably, let people know when they come in, hey, you guys, we don't smoke in the home. Like, say, for instance, you're having some type of gathering. Yeah, we don't smoke inside the home. But if you guys want to smoke, you can go outside on the back patio and smoke. Most times when people come to your house for the very first time, you lay down some rules, very, very subtle. You're not very aggressive with it, right? But you definitely have to lay down rules. You don't wait till somebody's been in your house for 16 hours and then all of a sudden now you start giving them the rules and they didn't get comfortable. Well, sis, that's the same way with a child. You got to lay those rules down when they're able to learn what yes and no means. And most children knows the difference between yes and no by the time they start walking. You can't wait till the child is getting ready to go to 8th grade. And now all of a sudden you didn't let this child go from age 0 to what are you in the 8th grade? 13. You done waited 13 years. Now all of a sudden you want to lay rules down when you've never laid that groundwork. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter if they're old school, new school, whatever type of school. Because once upon a time, you got to remember, Kimmy K, all of us had a generation before us, right? So just like the way my parent me and it worked for me, and I was a newer generation than my parents, right? Well, just like I was a newer generation than my parents, when my parents were children, their parents, there was, what I'm saying? Although it's a new generation, since the rules are still the rules. It's just about how you enforce them. I mean, it's just that simple to me at a very early age. Yeah. So I don't know. Good luck to the young lady. Obviously, I don't know who this lady is. I seen it on Tasha K's Instagram, and it caught my attention when I heard her crying like that. You could tell that she's in a very desperate situation. Prayfully, with her story going viral, somebody reaches out to her and is able to render some type of assistance to her, maybe lead her in the direction. Obviously, I don't know what city and state she lives in. Hopefully she can maybe talk to the school counselors, or, she definitely got to get the community involved in her situation. If the fathers are not going to help, then you're going to have to go other, she's going to have to reach out to other avenues of getting assistance. Again, I don't know where she lives, but hopefully wherever she lives, I'm pretty sure there's community centers. There's churches. There's all kind of, there should be all kind of assistance to help with situations like that, but I don't know, y'all. What'd you say, Kimmy K? She said, yes, you can lay down the rules from day one, but again, the school are teaching the kids about their rights and what they can and cannot allow. Yes, I have friends now. They are really catching it with theirs. Yeah, that's, you said try boot camp. Yeah, you could definitely try boot camp. But doesn't boot camp cost? Isn't that like, yeah, that costs money. If she doesn't have the money, then what's she going to do then, Yeah, Kimmy K, I guess, I don't know. Like I said, my kids are, my youngest just turned 19. So, my kids are not, in their 30s and 40s. So they're still, in that, generation. I don't know what generation they would be. I don't know if they're generation, I don't know what they are. I don't keep up with stuff like that. But anyway, thankfully, I didn't have severe issues with my children. Obviously, they all had growing pains, so we all went through growing pains. I think we've all done that, but I didn't have, unfortunately, fortunately, I didn't have horror stories like that. So you said the schools are hold meetings telling kids that parents cannot take their phones even. Child, what school is this? Because, honey, when my kids were in school, like I said, my son just graduated high school. What? Was it last year? Yeah, last year. My son just graduated high school, baby. He ain't never came home and told me that the folks told him that I can't take his phone. You a damn lie. How come I can't? I paid for it. VM said the National Guard in each state has free boot camp for a troubled teen and don't have to enlist afterwards. Oh, really? Okay, well, that's good information right there. Okay, so I might want to, if you're in the sounds of my voice, you said Texas and Florida. I said, well, if y'all in the sounds of my voice, and if you're, a parent that's having some issues with your child, be it a girl child or a boy child, VMJM just suggested in the chat that the National Guard in each state has free boot camp. So y'all might want to look into that if that's something, but it's very sad. And it's even more sadder that the woman had to come vent on the internet. And, people was just like, you don't see stuff like that every day. You don't see people come on the internet and cry because they can't control their kids. You typically don't see that. But that was a lot. You said you might not be able to take the BA now for saying you have to keep paying the bill. Okay. I don't know what you mean, softer side. I'm not really sure. Hey, repping. All right, y'all, let's move on, okay? I just wanted to show y'all that because I felt bad for her, I did. I definitely felt bad for her. It's a tough situation to almost sound like she's a prisoner in her own damn home. And that's so unfortunate. Just like Monique talked about somebody she knows is basically dealing with the same thing, the kids taking over. And my thing is the lady also mentioned that the sons, I don't know if it was one son or all the sons, one of her sons mentioned to her that she need to get a better job, a better paying job, and get them in a nicer house. I said, wow. Well, you know what? More than likely her son is probably talking to her like that because they've listened to the men, their fathers, talk to her like that. And that's probably why they feel comfortable talking to their mama like that, because they watched their fathers speak to her like that as well. I wish my child would tell me I need to get me a better paying job. I said, baby, these kids are off the chain, honey. Woo! Very much off the chain. Hey, Latoya. All right, y'all, let's move on. All right, so let's get into these Kendra G reactions. Let's kind of lighten up the mood. Yeah, Monique, that's what she said. The little boy told her that she needs to get a better paying job. She needs to make more money, and she needs to put them in a better house. That in between her tears, that's what she said. And I said, baby, take the wheel, Jesus, because honey. Okay. All right, y'all. So we're going to get into this woman right here. We're going to do her first. It's a young lady that came to Kendra G show looking for love. She had some requirements. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, honey. The comment section on this reaction, or excuse me, the comment section on this Kendra G upload, baby, they was not feeling this young lady.
You ready? Hi, baby. You ready?
I'm as ready as I'm going to be.
All right, give me some lights.
Okay. I did not expect you to. Oh, okay, well, here we go.
You ready?
Yeah.
What's your name, boo?
My name is Nikki.
Nikki, where you calling from? Where you live, love?
Georgia.
Georgia. How old are you?
I am 30.
30. What you do for a living?
I am a licensed custom broker.
Licensed custom broker?
Yes.
You have any kids?
I do have a son. He's 5.
5-year-old son. Why you not with the dad?
It just didn't work out afterwards. So we just decided to co-parent.
Okay, co-parent. A licensed what's your job again?
Licensed custom broker.
Licensed custom broker. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm an Aquarius.
Have you ever been married?
No.
All right, let's get it. We got Nikki, Georgia, 30, Aquarius, a licensed custom broker. Mom to a 5-year-old, never married. What kind of man you looking for?
Someone who is financially illiterate, someone who knows what they want out of life, someone who's at a...
Okay, I'm going to let y'all play that back because I don't think y'all heard that. I'm going to play that back.
Never married. What kind of man you looking for?
Someone who is financially illiterate, someone who knows what they want out of life, someone who's at a good point.
Sis, you want a man to be financially illiterate, or you want him to be financially literate? Now, I'm just going to take it up on the fact that she's nervous. Y'all think that's what it is? Y'all think she's just nervous and that's why she said, and honey, she said it like she really felt like she was being articulate. She said financially illiterate. Y'all seen Kendra? Kendra was like, wait, what? Child, you don't want him to know how to make money? Oh, okay, girl. I said, baby, see what happens when you try to come on here and act like you so smart and then sound so damn dumb.
In their career and who is ready for something serious.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
Too many kids. More than 2 is too many for me. Not financially established. Still trying to figure out what they really want. And a man who has no direction in life. So yeah.
Okay. Could he have kids already?
Yes. No more than 2.
No more than 2. Do you want more kids?
I do.
Should he look a certain way?
At least be active in the gym, working towards some type of body goals. I prefer my men taller than me. Very good hygiene. And
now, wait a minute, y'all. She said that she wants him to be active in the gym. Now, y'all calm down. Just calm down when she said that. Just calm down. Just wait a minute.
And a pretty smile with straight teeth.
Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
Yes, you at least need to match my paychecks. So I don't want to quite give a number because I make good money. So I think that's
what's the minimum? I mean, you put your paychecks out.
She is smart. I make good money. Girl, if you don't calm down like sis, sis said he need to at least match my paycheck. Well, child, how much is that? Not match your paycheck. Well, child, what you get paid every week, every 2 weeks? You get paid once a month, twice a month. How much is your paycheck, sis?
Out there, but I wasn't gonna ask you how much you made, but just would you date a man that made 70K?
No.
Okay, so 70K and under is not an option. Would you date a man that made 80K?
It depends on if he has room for growth within his career. So if you can pivot your income within like a year or two, yes.
So you can make 80.
So hold on. So sis, what's the difference between 70K and 80K? What's that, y'all? About an extra, I don't know what, $40 every 2 weeks on the paycheck? If he can pivot his income. Well, sis, it sounds like you got this all figured out. Why are you on Kendra's show?
80K, but that's only for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
So if he was at 80K and that was his final growth, he's not an option.
No, he's not an option.
Nigga said no. 80K is a maybe with growth potential. If 80K is your personal ceiling, well then no. So 100K, is that fair enough?
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, we got it. 70K ain't an option. 80K, an option only with a 2-year potential to hit 100K. 100K and plus, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay. Your child's father.
But if he making 80K and you said the man that you want can't have no more than 2 children. So more than likely, if this man has 2 children and he's trying to date you, we just going to assume that he's not with the mother or mothers of these 2 children. So 80K, baby, is that before taxes or after taxes? Because once he starts paying child support out of that 80K, child, he didn't slip down probably under 70. But you said 70 wasn't an option. So 80K with 2 kids, we just gonna say 2 kids. We gonna say he paying what, $600 a month? Okay, so $600 a month times 12, baby. That's what's that, child? 612. What's that? 7,200? Yeah. So that's damn near 10,000 coming off that 80, sis. He got to pay rent. He got to pay car note, car insurance. Sis, you sure because you said 80K like you didn't figure this all out. Like, girl, did you really figure it out?
I'm assuming made 100K or more.
He actually makes way more than that. So.
Ooh. And y'all just couldn't work things out?
He's a doctor. No, it's just too many differences, so to say. And that's just something that we realized when it was a little too late. So it is what it is.
Fair enough. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Okay.
Set this up. We got to see your full body.
Okay. See if I can bring this.
Okay. We see you thick with it. They tell me to ask you about the gym.
So yeah, what y'all think? She said she need a man that likes to frequent the gym. I mean, she has a cute shape. Now she's definitely not a size I don't know, 5 or 6 or I mean, she got a cute shape, y'all. Maybe she's Maybe she's thinking about joining the gym as well too. So she just wants the man that she's trying to date to already have a love for the gym. Maybe she's saying that so he can persuade her to have a love for it as well too. Y'all think so?
Because you brought up the gym for the guy.
Yes, I do work out. I try to go Monday through Friday. Sometimes that's not possible, but I definitely go.
Okay, she says she definitely goes. Bring the camera up a little bit. When was your last relationship, sweetheart?
My last serious relationship was with my son's father.
Okay. Did y'all break? When did y'all break up?
After my son was born, so I would say in 2019.
2019. Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm going to ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Beginning of this year.
Okay, beginning. Was it your
I wonder if that man that she had sex with at the beginning of this year, y'all think he made 80K?
it wasn't your son's father, was it?
No.
Okay, no. All right. So that's over with. Y'all don't get down like that no more. Okay. Beginning of this year. 3 flaws you have to work on.
I would say being more vulnerable in a relationship, and not being so nitpicky.
Hey, Nurse K.
The last one, I would give it to being a little bit more consistent with a day-to-day routine.
Okay. So tell me to ask you, were you in a committed relationship with your child's father?
Yes. We were engaged. It's just.
Oh, you were engaged. So what made you call off the engagement? I know you said differences, but what was like the final straw?
Yeah, it was a lot of differences, and I believe that the final straw was just him not being committed to me.
Got you. Okay.
So wait a minute. Wait a minute. Kendra asked you, were y'all in a committed relationship? You said yes. Then the reason you just stated that y'all ended the engagement because he wasn't committed to you. Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, last question. Why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I know what I want. I'm at a very good, stable point in my career. And I'm looking for something serious. A God-fearing man, if that is something that a man is looking for, then I will be perfect.
Okay. So I guess for clarity, you and your child's father didn't work out because he was cheating. Was he dealing with other women?
Yes.
So you want a husband.
Okay, but then y'all wasn't in a committed relationship, sis. I mean, unless you were. I mean, I'm assuming you were committed, but he was. So y'all weren't in a committed relationship if it wasn't going both ways, ma'am. Oh boy.
100K, because that's the desire.
Mm-hmm.
So you want a man that makes 100K, but that's also willing to be a faithful man as well too.
Yes.
Okay. All right. What is the age range you would date?
To a date, I would say from 30 to 35.
30 to 35. Should he be in Georgia?
Preferably, yes.
Okay. So we got Nikki, Georgia, 30, Aquarius, licensed custom broker, mom to a 5-year-old, never married, but was once engaged to her 5-year-old son. 80, you can make 80K, but with room for growth. Prefers you start at 100K.
Okay. My IG is gorgeous_INO.
Gorgeous_INO on Instagram. Gorgeous_INO on IG.
All right. Okay, girl. Good luck with that. I don't know, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know. I just really feel like, I mean, you definitely can come on the show and say what you want. But I think a lot of times these people try to come on here and make themselves sound gooder than what is really going on. That, you know, I think what it is maybe because she said that her baby's father was a doctor. Okay. And again, he definitely made a lot of money. Well, he definitely should be in the 100,000 range. And she said they were in a committed relationship, but she ended up ended the engagement because he wasn't committed to her. So it just sounds like that she definitely, and then she just had sex with somebody in the beginning of the year, and obviously you're not with him either. I'm just going to assume that that man was in the tax bracket that you came on Kendra G show requesting. A lot of times I think these people just be picking. They know what they want, but they take what they can get. But when they come on Kendra G show, because now, you know, because it's nationally televised, you know, it's all around the world. Now they get on here and, you know, yeah, this what I want, this what I need, and this what I require. But not on Kendra G show. You know, anybody that's winking, they more than likely going to wink back. Okay. You say she should have stayed. Lord. She might not get a corporate 100K, but she can get a blue collar 100K, dude. I mean, but what's the difference? You know, what kind of doctor? Child, you know, I don't know. She didn't say. I don't know, y'all. You know, with these salary requests, you know, preferably, you know, hopefully they're getting what they're asking for. She says she wants her guy between the ages of 30 and 35. Hopefully, you know, most 30 to 35-year-old men. I mean, are they at their earning potential at 100K at that point? Really depends on what they're doing for a living. You know, I don't know. Okay, good luck to her. I don't think you have to look like anything for you to get 100K, but you have to be in those circles. Well, that's what I'm saying, Tina. Is she in those circles? I just be thinking that they're not, hence the reason why they come to the Kendra G show. And then a lot of times, if they are in those circles, it's more than likely most of those people that are in that circle are already either married or dating someone else. And so there's not anybody available in those circles, okay? You said money does not buy happiness. No, it definitely does not, because I mean, she's definitely a product of that. You were dating and had a baby by a man that you said was a doctor, and obviously he couldn't make you happy with the money at the, you know, income that she requires. Yeah, he was making money, but since he was cheating on you, you know, because he, you know. And then whoever this guy was that she slept with back in January, and obviously 6 months later, you're still not with. She said the beginning of the year, so that could have been January, February, March. You know what I'm saying? 2-3 months later, you're on Kendra's G shows trying to find somebody else. So I don't know. I'm not saying money should not be an option, because you definitely don't need to date somebody who's broke. Okay, that's obvious. But I really feel like people need to make sure that a person can make you happy, that you guys can communicate well. Like, I think there's other things that need to be talked about besides always talking about the money. Because a man can have all the money in the world, but that don't mean he gonna treat you like the woman that you feel like you need to be treated as. So I don't get it. Pearl says, I'm a truck driver and know men and women truckers who make over 200,000. You said, I'm a plus size woman and that's what I would want him to make. So what does looks have to do with it? No, looks definitely don't have anything to do with it. I think she has a really cute shape, but she wasn't given that she's in the gym every day. Now, that's what she said. The man that she wants, she needs him to love the gym. And I'm not saying that sis, she says she tries to go 5 days a week. Y'all know, typically, y'all know we watch Jazz and we know she loves the gym, okay? Sis says she tried to go. So just sounds like there probably are several days in the week that sis ain't going, but yet you want the man to, and again, she probably wanting the man to love to go to the gym because that's something she's trying to get into, like, seriously. And if she meets a guy who's active in the gym, obviously it would persuade her to get into the gym too. I don't know what type of doctor he is, y'all. I have no idea. She didn't say. She just said he was a doctor, and he definitely made the 100K or more a year. Yes, why does money matter when dating? I don't understand. I mean, money does matter, right? Because we can't, what I'm saying? We got to have money to go places, right? Most people like to travel, go to shows and go to dinner and, just enjoy yourself. And we all know, y'all, to go anywhere nowadays, it definitely costs money. Like even if you go to the Cheesecake Factory, for two people, you definitely gonna spend about $100, okay? And most people, once they leave the Cheesecake Factory, then you'll probably go to the bar and have a couple drinks, or you'll go to the movies. You're definitely gonna make a day of it. So then all this, typically, you going on a date, you probably spend about $200 something more dollars, depending on what y'all doing. So whatever, man. He definitely needs to have money, right? He needs to be earning money. Let me say that. And I'm not saying like, $20 an hour. He needs to be earning money. And especially if you're dating a man that has children already. So obviously he's coming into the relationship with prior obligations. He has obligations. Well, so you definitely need to know that a man is financially able to handle dating you, especially if you have children as well too. Because again, you and your children are a package deal. And then the man that that man who more than likely probably has kids as well, that he can handle maintaining that, that family, those kids or child or children that he has, and then whatever you got going on. Now, obviously, you don't want to, date a guy that got 10 kids, because, even if you got one, I definitely wouldn't want to date a guy that got 10. Okay, especially if I only got one. I wouldn't care how much money you make. A child, you can make $300,000 a year. You got 10 kids. And I only have one, maybe two. Yeah, I think that's a little too much. So, but I like I said, money definitely needs to be made. Okay. And it needs to be a certain amount. However, I think other things need to be qualified as well too. And we hear the people say, I want a God-fearing man. I want this, I want that. But a lot of times you don't hear people talk about like communication. It's like they talk about the money first. But you know what? That's what Kendra, that's one of her main questions that she asks. And then she also asks about the flaws. And you know what's so funny to me? Whenever Kendra asks the question about the flaws, be it either a man or a woman she's asking that question to, typically everybody, like, they stall. They don't know how to answer the question. And let's be honest, y'all, we all got flaws. We all got stuff that we can work on, But when, I don't know if it's because they don't want to just say it on camera. I don't know what it is. But whenever Kendra asks that question to a man or a woman, people always trip up on that question. They don't know how to answer it. All right, y'all, let's move on to the next young lady, okay? What's up? Lives on live spiraling. Oh, okay. Well, we're not talking about her today, sis. We're going to take a break from the moms. We're going to talk about some other moms, okay? We're going to get around to them another time. I like to break up my reactions. I definitely will do the moms, and then I like to do, other conversations too, because I know you guys like, well, I would just assume that you guys like the, the change of pace. Yeah, they said she's a custom broker. And she lives in Georgia, so I'm just going to assume that she lives probably in Atlanta metro area, and she's only 30 with one child. So if she's probably making about $100,000 or more a year. So obviously you would want somebody to be close to your salary range, but I don't know, y'all, because you could possibly pass up a really good man that making $50,000 a year. You could potentially pass up a really good thing only because he makes half your salary. And then you could get with a man that's making what you're making or more, and he could be horrible. He could be a total waste of time, okay? Now she's a veneer tech. All right, y'all, let's get into the next one.
Hey, babe. Hello. Okay, I think it might be working now. Let's try.
Okay.
Amilia, is your name?
Yes.
Where you calling me from, baby? Oh,
Yeah, you welcome,
I'm
it
from
Sean.
might
Jack-
not be good. Amelia, where you calling me from?
I'm from Humboldt, Tennessee, but I'm staying in the Jackson, Tennessee area.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 37. Just turned 37 June the 5th. I'm a Gemini also.
They said they like your Juneteenth outfit.
Thank you.
You're a Gemini, you said.
Yes, ma'am.
You have any kids?
Yes, I do. I have 5.
How old are your 5 kids?
I have a 17, 8, a 4, and 6 months, and a 6-year-old.
Okay, and a 6-year-old. I see the kids in the background. How many men are they by?
I have 2, but one is deceased.
Okay, so 2 men. Have you ever been married?
No.
Why are you not with the 6-month-old dad?
Well, it's a long story. Just don't want to take on his responsibilities. So I have to move on.
Is he the father of more than one?
Yes.
Okay. So how many kids do you have by him?
I have 3.
3. And when did you realize he didn't want to take?
Wait, hold on, sis. Yeah, Kendra, because I was just going to say, girl, you got 3 kids by the man, the youngest being 6 months. And after you birthed the last child, you just now realizing that he didn't want to take care of his responsibility after you done gave this man 3 kids. And then you got a 6-month-old baby and child you on to the next. Like, are you truly healed from that situation? That's be my say. It's just like, why y'all don't never want to be by yourselves for a while to really get yourself together? Because sis, I'm pretty sure just as well as that man that you were dating and you got the 3 kids by, just as well as he got some work to do on himself, I'm pretty sure you got some work to do on yourself as well too, ma'am.
Take on his responsibilities.
I realized it, but I loved him, so I just thought maybe he would do better.
Did you realize it before you had any of your 3 kids, or after number 1?
No, it was probably after the second one, but I just I don't like bringing different men around my kids. That was another thing. So I just wanted to try to make it work with my kid's father. Mm-hmm. And it just didn't work.
What was your final straw?
My final straw was when I got sick. I was in the hospital for 3 months with heart problems, and I think that was the last straw for me. When he couldn't be there for me then, that was the straw for me.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so am I saying it right? Is it Amilia?
Amilia, yes, ma'am.
Amilia, Jackson, Florida?
Jackson, Tennessee.
Oh, Jackson, Tennessee. Okay. 37, Gemini. What do you do for a living, baby?
I'm a hairstylist. I have it's not all the way up, but Vivid Styles Creations by Amilia P. I braid, I do hair. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm not currently working at the moment because I'm disabled with my hospitalization, what's going on. But I'm hoping, well, I'm not going to say hope. God will deliver me from what's going on, and I will get back to working.
Okay.
So wait a minute, sis. Now shouts out to you being a single mom of 5 kids, getting out here, doing what you got to do. But you probably shouldn't be on national, on the internet, okay? Telling people that you're on disability, but yet you braid hair. Unless you're braiding hair for free, you're getting paid for it. And that's called income, sis. It's called self-employment, okay? And so you're more than likely are not reporting that to the disability people. And, for them to put you on disability, basically they said you couldn't work. and to braid hair is definitely working. Baby, these people get on the internet and just tell all their business.
Are you getting disability checks right now?
I am.
Okay, how long has this been going on?
I got sick in December.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And once you get better, you would like to go back to
So what? Yeah, because what I was doing home health and hair, doing both.
Okay, gotcha. So we got
Wait,
Amilia.
hold on. Wait, hold on. You was doing home health care and hair and getting your check. Oh, I hope she still got the check after she got off the show.
Jackson, Tennessee, 37, Gemini. She's a hairstylist, but currently on disability. Mom of 5 kids, by 2 men, and never married. Or was you married?
Never married.
Never married. What kind of man you looking for, baby?
I'm looking for someone that has his stuff together. He has to have a car. He can have kids, have a place to stay. Cause I got my stuff together. He needs to have his stuff together. Okay. Family oriented guy.
Oh, was it before she got on disability, y'all? Oh, okay.
God fearing.
Now, I want you to respond to this. What would you say to the man that's concerned that you have 5 kids, including a 6-month-old baby?
What you mean?
What you mean? What we mean? Any man, I think we just talked about that, Miss Amilia. Any man that would proposition you would automatically know or would have to assume that you come with a package. You got 5 kids, okay? So whatever he, if he comes into your life, he's coming into the life of those 5 children. So in order to him to date you, unless y'all always plan to date outside the home, which, you got a 6-month-old. Here's the thing, sis. You got 5 kids, okay? If a real man should take on the responsibility, right? Especially if y'all get serious. Now, initial dating, okay, I'm not saying he need to go buy Pampers, wipes, and milk, okay? But if y'all get serious and he start calling you his woman, you his girlfriend, he just inherited 5 kids. So so what would you say to that?
Can you say that again?
I said, what would you say to the man that's concerned that you have 5 children including a 6-month-old baby?
I don't. They'll just have to accept me for me and accept my kids too.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay. What are your deal breakers?
My deal breakers, not having a job. I don't want no man to come and move in with me. I done did that. Really the smoking, the drinking, the going out. I don't really do that.
Baby, you got the kids in the background crying. The other child trying to control the 6-month-old. The 6-month-old, yeah, baby, she just steady talking. I said, Lord.
I don't really do none of that. I'm a homebody, really, but I do like to dress up and I do like to go out from time to time. Dates are important.
Dates are important. So we have to be able to date you.
Yes, you got to date me in order to keep me. We both need to date each other.
Okay. Should he look a certain way?
Sis said she tired of sitting in the house, okay? Sis said Netflix and chill is not a date, okay? She said you got to date her. You got to take her out to eat, take her to the movies, maybe even ride her to the casino. Sis said you got to date me. That's a requirement.
I like chocolate men. But not necessarily, long as he's handsome. He don't even got to be handsome. No, you can't judge a book by its cover no more. So he can be big. I don't really have a type. I don't discriminate.
Let me ask you a question. Is the expectation
he can be big. Hold on, y'all. She said he could be big. I like chubby stomachs and chubby pockets.
And provide for your children as well as you?
Yeah, he would have to be able to provide for us as a whole family whole. And I just don't want to date to just be dating. I want to date to marry.
I want to be respectful, but I want to ask you a question. Do you think that's a lot for a man to ask? I mean, do you think you're asking for a lot of a man?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
How come you didn't expect your children's dads to provide? Or did they provide? Or marry you?
I guess that's where I come in to say I'm holding it as an expectation, because I guess you got to know what you want, put your feet down, and what you want. I allow him to be too comfortable. And it was my fault. It was my
Yeah, I mean, sis, don't beat yourself up. You know, I think some of us have made those mistakes, you know, but it seems like you're going to continue to keep making that mistake, and I'm gonna tell you why, sis, Miss Amilia. Baby, your youngest child is 6 months old. You need to calm down for a minute, child. I mean, you literally just broke up with the guy. The baby is not even a year old. So the baby is 6 months old and you out on the prowl already. So it just sounds like you're going to still be in that same cycle of hoping and praying that a man is going to do right. And then once, at that honeymoon stage, most times is always great, right? But then once y'all get used to each other, then it might slip and go the opposite way. If you definitely want to stand on, again, she says she's on disability and she's hoping to go back to work. I think maybe you should get all that taken care of, get on your feet, get your money right, and get all that, because again, I'm not saying the lady's struggling. I don't know what she got going on in her background. Her house looks, the walls look nice, okay. So it seems like her, from what we can see, she's not living in a shack or anything like that from what we can see. But being on disability, that's a percentage of money, right? And you're having to take care of 5 kids on a percentage of money. And it sounds like the father of 3 of those kids, because if he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do when he was with you, more than likely he's not doing what he was supposed to do without you. Okay. So again, I don't know, sis.
My fault.
But now you want a man to, and I understand this desire, but you have 5
Hey,
kids.
PJ.
He don't have to come in necessarily taking care of my kids, because I do that. I take care of my kids. I always have.
Right. I know I asked you a question earlier. Now this will be said, so I would like you to respond to this, because you wasn't married to either one of your children's dads, right?
No.
Were any of them providers?
One was a provider. He helped. And don't get me wrong, my second kid's father, he helped, but he came from a family-oriented family, but he wanted a family. He did. He wanted a family bad, but coming in and providing, a man has to work. Saying about a man don't work that he don't eat. So if I'm gonna work, you need to work. Coaching is good, but we need more, another job to come in with the income.
Girl, coaching is that's supplemental income. Coaching, he was refereeing or coaching a child. How much you get paid to do that? Child, I mean, don't get me wrong, these referees, depending on if you're doing like these leagues and stuff, and they doing like 2, 3, 4 games in a day. I had my homegirl, her husband, I don't know if he still does, but he used to do it. He refereed leagues, the little the boys leagues. And back then, and this was probably like about 4 years ago. It was right before the pandemic. So this is probably like 2016, 2017. And back then, she told me he made $80 a game. So a lot of times he would do like 3 and 4 and 5 games on a Saturday and a Sunday. So it's definitely some little hustle money, but our child.
He was a good coach, you know, but I needed some more things, some more. Don't depend on me for everything, because I can wait on you to get yourself together. But I just got too comfortable, and he got too comfortable with the. Every time I asked, like, when are you gonna get a job? It was the response, and oh, I'm trying, and it just kept on being it, and I wasn't seeing no effort. I'm going to work. You need to go to work too.
Okay. But right now in this moment, you're not working because you can't. Okay.
No.
So.
Hey, Nicole.
Okay. I have some paid questions. Do you want them?
Yes.
Okay. Jihan Day said, make it make sense. What man should come into this mess? Our Black women got to do better. Y'all got the same song. Do work on yourself and respect yourself.
That's true. I'm not gonna be mad at that, because it was my fault. I know where I messed up at, and you know that's why I'm trying to correct it. So I don't know what he's saying. Make it make sense.
But how are you trying to correct it? By choosing a whole different man? But how do you know your choice is going to be correct? You don't know that, sis. I think what he says, by working on yourself and respect yourself, since you just had a baby 6 months ago by a man that I'm just going to assume you were with for at least several years. You had 3 kids with him. So give yourself a chance to totally heal from that situation. I mean, you say you have some health issues behind that last pregnancy. So you're receiving disability for it right now. Yeah, I think there's some other things. Like, y'all, at the end of the day, she seems like a very nice lady, but you could definitely tell that, she don't value herself a lot, because I don't know. Here's the thing though. People feel like, she has 5 kids by 2 different men. She said one of her children's father is deceased. So only one of the fathers is still alive. And people feel like, okay, this woman got 5 kids, she's damaged goods. And it's unfortunate that stereotype is out there, because she seems like a very nice woman. She seems like, based off what I can see in the background, she's a good, housekeeper. Just, I don't see a lot, but she looks presentable. She didn't come on here in a bonnet. She didn't come on here in her robe and her, she wasn't laying in the bed when Kendra, clicked in for her to, come up on the show. She definitely looks very presentable. I just think that she was loving on this man, and she wanted a family, and she was having kids with him, and she really thought, she gave him the benefit of the doubt because she had kids with him. So I think I believe she said this, at some point she felt stuck. She felt like, hey, I got 2 kids, and now I'm pregnant with another one. I didn't put in all this time. I might as well just keep going. And the more she kept going, the worse it got, because he never wanted to improve, because again, like she stated, he got comfortable and he was used to the way. This goes all the way back to the very first conversation we had, you guys, when we talk about laying boundaries from the beginning, right? When you don't lay those boundaries and that firm foundation from the beginning, as you build, it's not going to be stable. It's gonna be some cracks in the foundation when you don't make sure that foundation is strong. Again, I don't know this woman from a can of paint. I'm just assuming, she definitely wants love. She's probably lonely. She wants somebody, she wants a companion. And I think a lot of times women, because I think the desperation of wanting a companion makes them not realize that I'm not ready yet. You know, they keep putting in there, oh, I want somebody to want me. I need a companion. I need some, you know, but not realizing, sis, you still got a lot of work to do, on yourself, whatever that may look like for her. I don't know. She claims that she wants to get her body back healed so she can go back to work, so she can earn more money than the government is giving her. So I don't know. She seems like a nice lady though.
It's not really a mess. I just have 5 kids. That's it.
Okay. Well, I think the request is you have 5 kids, and the expectation is you want a man to come and provide for you and your 5 children. And you have a 6-month-old, a 4-year-old, a 6-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 17-year-old.
Sis said, I ain't got but just 5 kids. Y'all act like I got 6 kids. Hell, I ain't got but just 5. But since whatever man deals with you, those 5 kids don't belong to him. And what if he wants children by you? You know, he might be a little reluctant to date you because you already have 5 kids. And more, again, maybe you're not willing to have more kids, especially considering you had a lot of problems with this last pregnancy. So some men would probably decline to date you because, again, she said in this video, she's dating with a purpose. Her purpose is to date to marry. Well, if this man marries you, he more than likely want to have a child with you. But if you already having 5 kids, he might be reluctant to go forward with you because you're not going to give him the complete package.
Well, like I said, I'm not on here to date just to be dating, because I had a man that tried to date me and he want me to come outside. Like, I'm not doing that. That's stuff teenagers do.
What do you mean come outside how? Like outside the house?
Just come outside and sit and talk in a car. Like, I'm 37. I'm not doing it. So if we're going to date or we're going to have an interest in talking, and better yet, I don't even want a man to meet my kids.
Wait, hold on, girl. What man is taking you on a date and then it consists of y'all sitting in the car talking? Child, what type of wait, hold on. Who is taking you on a date and he pull up in the house and the car never pulls off from the house? Girl, what in the world? No, ma'am. But see, sis, that's the unfortunate thing. There are going to be some men that's going to feel like they don't have to do extra for her. They'll date her because she's not an ugly woman, but they're going to feel like they don't have to go all the way because, there's 2 other men that's already conquered her and had, 5 kids between the 2 men. Oh my God, I wish a man would try to take me out on a date and pull up in front of my house and we sit in the car for 2 hours and he called that a date. Oh my God.
You're not even going to meet my kids until I know that we in this for real, for real. You're not going to meet them. I don't even want them to see you. That's why I said we can date each other. We're going to go to the movies. We're going to go out to eat. We're going to do things, to get to know each other, but you will not meet my kids until I feel like it's okay for you to meet them. If we're not going to have nothing, then you're not going to meet them.
Okay. I think that makes sense. Your kids just shouldn't meet random men. So I think everybody would agree with that. What are your deal breakers?
Yes.
And actually, should he look a certain way?
Yes.
Okay. What about money? Should he make a certain amount of money?
No, he don't have to make no certain type of money. He just have to be able to provide for himself first, because he has to be able to buy for himself. So he has to have a house. He has to have a car, a place to stay.
Or can he live in an apartment, or should he have a house?
He can live in an apartment, just somewhere to live. He just needs somewhere to stay, because he can't stay with me.
Okay. Now, when y'all get serious, is the expectation he would pay all the bills?
No. Oh. I don't go with that. I'm a 50-50 type of person. I always have been. It's just that you just gonna have to be able to be willing to do that to add to me.
Okay.
I always say I've been wearing a cape on my back, the Superman or Superwoman or whatever. I'm ready to give my cape to somebody else.
Okay.
And be more feminine.
And
If that makes sense.
Sis says she tired of being the man in a relationship, although she agrees with the 50-50. But then sis, with the 50-50, see, we heard about that 50-50 thing. But with the 50-50, which y'all going 50-50? Y'all going 50-50 on everything? Or is he going 50-50 on the light bill and you got to cover everything else? Now, I'm not trying to be rude when I say this, but I wonder if this lady probably, gets public housing or Section 8 or something like that.
I understand. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Okay. I don't know where I should go. If you can see me.
Well, Nicole, that's a good question. Nicole said, well, hold on, sis. Wait a minute, hold on. What did you say, Nicole? Nicole said, with 5 kids, can you ask a man to cover everything and you pay nothing? Yeah, I don't know how many would. Well, you know what? A real man that loves you, adores you, obviously has to love and adore to everything that comes with you. Wow, sis. You said the child gets a death benefit. You know what, sis? Let me say this. This is what I think. If you're moving that man up in your house, he needs to come in under the understanding these are the bills and this is what I need from you. Now, what she do with that money, however she appropriates that money, if she's the one paying the bills, then that's how it gets appropriate. But like when we're taking vacations, he, like, again, if a man's gonna take on a woman, a ready-made family, we're just gonna say that when a man takes on a ready-made family, he already know what to expect. If you're not willing to do what it takes to take on a ready-made family, be it 1 child, 4 kids, 10 kids, if you're not willing to accept that responsibility, then regardless of how much you like or love this woman, you're gonna have to let that go, obviously, because to take on this woman and her 5 kids, you're gonna move into the home, or y'all move into a house together. Obviously, if y'all move into a house together, then it's gonna have to be a house big enough to fit everybody, right? So this man probably got a 2-bedroom apartment somewhere. Well, now he getting ready to start dating her, and they decide to move in together. He just went from a 2-bedroom apartment to now he need a 5-bedroom house. Obviously, the cost of that goes up. So he got to be able to absorb that. Now, she says she don't mind doing 50-50, but she also said that she tired of wearing the cape. She want to pass her cape on to somebody. Well, sis, no, because you're going to be required to help with them 5 children, because them are your children. Okay? And those children have a dad. The other dad is deceased, but they have a living dad. So we would just assume that dad is paying child support for those children. So all their needs can be, or at least a majority of their needs can be taken care of by that child support. But based off what she states, sound like he's not even doing that. So again, she said that she you don't got to take care of her kids. She take care of her kids. But yet she also says she needs a man that's going to help provide. So which one is it, sis?
Okay. Yeah, and all right. We see you, girl. Happy Juneteenth.
Hey, with love.
When was your last relationship, Amilia?
My last relationship was 4 months ago. 4 months ago, 4 or 5 months ago. Well, with my kid's father.
Y'all broke up 1 month after you had your baby?
September. I had him September the 14th. It probably was in March that
Okay.
we stayed in the hospital for 4
Oh,
months.
that's right. You said you were in the hospital. That's right. That's right.
I'm sorry, y'all. I don't feel like Reppin', I just seen your comment. I don't feel like that woman needs to be by herself for the rest of her life until her kids get grown. I don't feel that way. I just don't. Why? Why she got to be by herself? Because the decision she made. You know, the two men. Obviously, one of the fathers is deceased, and the other one didn't. He didn't do what he was supposed to do as a man, right? So I mean, at times you do make bad decisions, you make bad choices, but I don't think she needs to be by herself till all the kids leave the house. I just don't think she needs to be by herself, but I definitely think she needs to wait a little longer than 6 months after she just had her 5th child.
We remember. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Was when I had my child. So it's been 4 or 5 months.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
3 flaws. I'm a procrastinator. I need to work on that. I need to work on being quiet. I don't know what else I need to work on.
Me personally, I don't know. If I was in her shoes and I got 3 kids with this man and our youngest child is 6 months, I wouldn't even be looking at another man. I would still be trying to heal over our separation after we spent all this time together raising this family, and then we're separated, and now I'm raising this family by myself. Me personally, after having a baby 6 months ago, child, I'm not even looking at another man. That's just me. But I mean, obviously, everybody ain't like me.
You only have 2 flaws?
Being quiet. I'm a procrastinator. And I would say one thing. I'm so independent that I've been independent. I need to start allowing someone to come in and be helpful.
Okay. Just one curiosity. Because you're not working right now, and I understand you went through something, so that makes sense. You just had a baby 6 months ago. Why not wait a little bit more time to start dating?
I could, but I don't feel like I need to wait. I feel like I'm ready.
You feel like you're ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I mean, I wasted so much time. I don't feel like I need to waste any more time.
Sis, but that's the problem. It's not a rat race. You're not in a race, sis. Potentially you got all the time that you take all the time that you need. You just said that you had sex 4 or 5 months ago. I'm just going to assume it's with the kid's dad. So you just was intimate with that man right before the baby was born. So yeah, you probably should take you some time to make sure this man is truly out your system.
Okay, well, the last question is, why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
Because I know what I bring to the table. I'm a good catch. I know what I bring to the table. I know my worth.
What do you bring to the table?
I'm a good person to be around. I can cook. I'm a good mother. If they have kids, I'm gonna treat their kids just like mine. I'm financially stable. I mean, I really want to say I'm okay right now. I'm okay right now.
Oh Lord. Sis says she financially stable. So you got money in, you got a nice savings account. But you got about 6 months worth of bills in your savings account. Because that's financially stable, sis. If you don't get your Social Security check on the 1st, would you panic, or would you just wait till the government get it right and send you your money? Because if you wouldn't panic, then we would just assume you're financially stable. But if you panic, oh wow, okay.
Right now.
Okay. So you don't mind if the guy has kids?
No, I don't.
And do you want more kids?
I'm all about family.
You're about family.
Yes.
Do you want more kids?
No, I don't want no more.
No more.
With love, she currently is on disability because she had a baby 6 months ago, and she had a lot of health problems with that pregnancy, and she was in the hospital for like 3 months behind that. I think she was having some heart issues, and so she gets disability and she braids hair on the side.
All right. So he would have to have kids already, or we can adopt. We can do that.
Okay. We got some more questions for you.
You think so, Sean?
Coffee Killer said, oh, you want a man to court you, spend money on you. Why should the next man have and do more than the men that you have children with?
So okay, so let's look at that question. He said, oh, you want a man to court you, spend money on you. Why should the next man have to do more than the men you had children with? Because I realize I'm worth more now. Like just because I didn't realize it then don't mean moving forward I don't realize that now. So I guess what this man is saying, or this person is saying, well, since you settle for less then, why you just can't keep settling for less? See, that's why she shouldn't have came on this show with 5 kids and a 6-month-old. Talking about she get disability and she braid hair on the side. That's why she shouldn't have came on this show. Because I personally don't feel like she deserves that. I think she just wants companionship. However, I think most of us agree it's a little too soon, sis. Like, you definitely probably got some inner and outer work to do on yourself. But she says she ready. She ain't got no man right now. And she's single. She ready to mingle.
I don't even really feel like this. That's a crazy question.
You don't understand these questions?
I mean, why would you ask somebody that? I mean, if he had kids, I wouldn't even ask him that, because
the difference in the dynamic is
the reason why you wouldn't ask him that, Miss Amilia, because you're not in the same mind frame. So although the young lady that we talked about right before this lady, what was her name? Nikki. Nikki came on here at 30 years old, custom. What did she say she was? A broker. Sis came on here and said, I need him to make $100,000 a year. Kendra said, what if he makes 70? He can make 80, but he got to have growth potential within 2 to 3 years. He need to be able to advance in his career, get raises. Like, sis came on here like da 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 da, and I ain't mad at her. Like, okay, sis, she got 1 child. She made good money. So for her to make good money and to require a man to match what she makes sense. Miss Amilia, since you have income, but it's disability, right? So it's a fraction of the money. And y'all, she's 37. She said prior to her becoming ill, she was a home health aide. She lived in Tennessee. I don't know how much home health aides make in Tennessee. Depending on how long she's been working, if she has a long work history, really depends if she gets disability or if she gets SSI. So, that factors in too, because to get disability, it goes off how much money you've paid into that what is it, the Medicare? Yeah. It depends on how much you put into there. Each quarter your employer pays into that bank, the Social Security tax. That's the word I'm looking for. So depending on how long you worked and how much you made on your job determines if you qualify for disability through the government, how much you will get paid. And then, like, say for instance, let's just say her disability amount is $1,200 a month. And because she got 5 kids, each of them will get a check too. But she don't get 1,200 and then they all get 300 apiece. They'll get 300 apiece off of her 1,200. So if she got 5 kids and they'll say, okay, well, we're going to give each one of them $100 a month. So they get 500 and basically your check is 700 because you still only get the 1,200.
He don't have to spend, hold on, he don't have to spend money on me because I have my own. I don't need a man to spend money on me. I have my own money. So if I want my own hair done, I'm gonna get my hair done. If I want my nails done, I'm gonna get my nails done. My kids don't want for nothing. All 5 of them. They ain't missing a beat. I ain't missing a beat. But yes, I want a man to court me. I want a man to be able to do that. If I want to go on a date, he has to date me. So yes, he has to buy me something. I mean, it's not an obligation because for one thing, you can go to the park. That's for free. Walks in the park are free. It's just a simple-minded man that can't think. I mean, it doesn't take money. It doesn't take money to make a date. We can go to meet up at McDonald's and just have coffee. That's $1.
I will say this: any man that's gonna take you serious and
now hold on, sis. You said y'all can go to McDonald's and have coffee for $1, but then you was against a man pulling up the house and sitting out in front of your house in the car for 2 hours. You said you said that's not a date, but the senior coffee at McDonald's is a date. Ooh, Amilia.
Interest in you, yes, I think that is a fair assessment. He has to date you. I think
What's
where the
consumer?
challenge is, you said early on you wanted a provider. So when you said you wanted a provider, this is why I asked you that question. Men will say you want a man to provide for you and your 5 children, and then that is causing a lot of people to have questions.
And you know what? This is the reason why she's not going to get what she feels like she deserves because you're still settling. That statement a long time about we can go to the park and walk around the park. That's free. We can go to McDonald's. We can meet up at McDonald's and have coffee for $1. It's just $1. Sis Amilia, with that mindset, is going to be the reason why you're not going to be able to take that cape off. You're going to have to continue to wear that cape because you're still settling. Just as long as a man is willing to take you outside the house, you'll go anywhere. It ain't even got to be fancy. Child, you done told us the man can take you to McDonald's and get $1 coffee. The hell you say? Hell, if he gonna take you to get coffee, at least Starbucks.
With that request. But I think the more we talk, the more it seems like you're willing to financially contribute to the household.
Yes.
But a man, I will say this. A man still does have to accept the fact that you have 5 children, and you have young children too, a 6-month-old, a 4-year-old, and a 6-year-old. Those are pretty young ages. So that could be a lot for a man to accept. Maybe
Right, pretty dope.
But I guess what you're saying is that wouldn't be the man for you. But I guess
Right.
to a lot of people, it's mind blowing that you don't understand how a man might think that's a lot.
I'm not gonna say that it's not a lot because maybe there was reason why the father himself couldn't even do it because of the same reasons that you're saying.
No, the father couldn't do it because he didn't want to do it. Oh, he definitely could have did it because those are his children. Why wouldn't he do it? They're his kids. So prior to you meeting him, you had 2 kids, and then y'all had 3 together. So most definitely, it ain't the fact that he couldn't do it. No, he didn't want to do it, and you didn't make him do it. And you kept birthing kids for him, And he wasn't standing up to the plate, sis. You told us he was coaching. And you said that wasn't enough money. That wasn't steady money. That's what people are saying. Like, that's what they're saying. The men before this, whatever this new man is, if you didn't make them or require them to do more, then why does the new man have to do more? And I think it's because Amelia's probably looking at Instagram and seeing how folks are getting wined and dined. Maybe a couple of her homegirls are out dating and men are taking them. So Amelia's sitting in the house with her 5 children like, I want to date too. I want a man to take me somewhere. So I think that's what Amelia's dealing with. You know, she see everybody else living life and she's not able to, or she's not living life right now. Again, you're rushing, sis. Slow down. Sometimes you gotta slow down and let it happen naturally.
But at the end of the day, if you're a man, you're supposed to be a head of the household. I was put here to help, to be an assistant. That's why I said I'm ready to take my cape off and hand it to somebody else. But yes, you have to be a provider. I'm a provider myself already. I provide for my kids. They got a roof over their house. I'm not asking you to come in and just take care of me and my kids, but add to me. Be able to add to me. I'm going to add to you. And if you have a family, I'm going to add to your family.
We got some more. Lord of Leon said, a man has to work, but you don't work.
Right now. And I say I just stopped working like this year, and it's because of a sickness that I can't work. Like I had congestion, heart failure. I had some things going on, but that's the reason why I don't work. I'm drawing disability and I don't even want to draw it. I'm ready to go back to work. Okay. But until the doctor tells me that I can't work, then I just have to do. I'm a hustler anyway, so I'm gonna make the money. I'm gonna do her. I'm gonna do whatever I have to do.
LII said, I'll take care of you and all your 10, 11 kids with your fine country self.
Okay, come on, I see it. Well, honey, where is he at then? What do I need to do?
She said, where you at? What she got to do?
Yes, because I'm country and I'm fine. I know that.
Coffee Killer said, how much does a man have to annually have for 5 kids of yours, 2 grown people, and maybe 2 kids of his? Do you know where this man works?
What do you mean? Now,
he said, have you thought about how much a man would have to make in order to support you and 5 kids, plus himself, and if he already had 2 kids?
No, I never thought about that. It doesn't even matter. You just need to be able to work, and have money coming in yourself.
Amilia, it definitely does matter. If a man is dating you, I think we talked about this already. If a man is dating you and you already have 5 children, and let's just say he has 2 children, if he's making $20 an hour, since he can't afford to date you with your 5 responsibilities, although you state that he ain't got to take care of your kids, but if he comes into that home, let's just say he moves into your home, you allow him to do that. Y'all get real serious and y'all been dating for like a year and y'all decide to, combine households. Well, the light bill is going to be more at your house than it is at his house. So yes, it definitely does matter. If a man, you need to think, in order for a man to date me, not saying that you got to be like, oh, he got to make $156,000 a year, but it's more than him just having a job, sis. He can have a job, but how much is he making? Especially if he already has children, because you said the man can have kids. You said you love the kids. You don't want to have any more. As if he has kids, that's fine. So right. So whatever man that you date, you already a +5. So if he got 1 child, 3 children or he got 5 too. Baby, that could potentially be 10 kids. Imagine doing that. Imagine taking family vacations with 10 kids, Amilia.
And be able to support yourself and your habits. And really now you don't even need to have no habits. I don't want no man that have habits. Drink, smoke, go out. I don't want none of that.
Okay. All right, well, the time has come. Are you on the Kendra G Singles dating app?
No.
Okay, you got to download it. Let me see if your name is already taken.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't send this. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, man. I ordered.
All right, but that's enough, Amilia. Poor little thing, you know. And you know the scary part is there definitely were men that jumped in her DMs because again, she's not an ugly lady. She's cute. She's not ugly. She has 5 kids, but she's not all out of shape or anything like that. So a man definitely will holler at her. But you know that's the scary part of jumping on the internet. You know, people can perceive themselves to be one thing, and then once you really get to knowing them, baby, it could turn out to be a whole total nightmare. So she doesn't sound like she's thought about this a lot. Just based off her answers, it just sounds like she just wants to date. And you know, man just gotta have a job, child. She don't really care how much money it is, just as long as he get a check. Okay. And so she really needs to think about. That's why people are saying, like, sis, you need more time because you really need to think about what you're trying to do. And you can almost tell towards the end of the interview with Kendra, you can almost tell that she was feeling uncomfortable with the questions. You can almost tell that she was second guessing herself. And she felt uncomfortable with the line of questioning. She definitely did. So you said, right, Rapper, he can't even have a little drink or two. 5 kids, he gonna need to do smoke, drink, or go out, honey. Kenya said, and that's the problem. She goes for the first thing that shows her some attention, and it probably is. And like I said, she's tired of being alone. She wants to get back out there. She wants to find her, a man. She's hoping to get married. She's only 37, so she's hoping to get married. And if you notice, Kendra, anytime the women come on here with more than 2 kids, Kendra be side-eyeing them. Because again, Kendra doesn't have any children. And I almost feel like Kendra thinks the same way too. Kendra feels like women with more than 1 child shouldn't be dating. You could just tell by the way she responds to the women when they mention she almost, it just feels like Kendra feels like women with multiple children should not be dating. And here's the thing. You definitely need to, there's a difference between dating and being serious with somebody. With multiple children, you definitely should just date. If you date, and date doesn't mean he living with you. Okay. Dating means dating. Okay. And then once you find that right one and you get serious, to make sure you actually know who you dealing with before you bring them around your children. But you could tell Kendra, she's very turned off by the women who comes on her show with multiple children. She doesn't, and I think it's because she doesn't have any kids. She doesn't really know. Because again, y'all, women, we get lonely. You know what I mean? We get lonely. But Amelia's situation, you just had a baby 6 months ago. Yes, sis, she definitely needs to take her time. She's rushing in it way too fast. Suma said, those are the questions you have to ask yourself. Dating isn't off limits for her, but like you said, Ms. Tasha, it's not a race. There will be many, many men who want to court her. Yeah, there will be many men that want to court her. And there potentially could be men that will take her somewhere other than McDonald's to get $1 coffee. Baby, when she said that, I said, ooh, sis, you definitely need to raise your standards, honey. Because I wish I would tell a man, yeah, but we could just meet up at the McDonald's. If we're going to have coffee, we're going to meet at a coffee house, or we're going to go to Starbucks, honey. I can go through the drive-thru at McDonald's and get my own damn dollar coffee. I don't need no man to spring the tab for my dollar coffee. Okay. Kenya said, "Po Tink over there." Okay. You said TMR, especially on the dating app. Yeah. So I don't know, y'all. Good luck to Amilia. Good luck to all the ladies that, you know, even the first lady we talked about, the one that, you know, almost sounds like she's a prisoner in her own home. I don't know, y'all. The internet, it's definitely a lot going on the internet with people in the world. And the internet just makes it so easy for us to see what's going on and how things are going on for everybody. It's just a lot. It's just really a lot. You could definitely tell that people, you know, people struggle with things, you know. And Kendra's been doing this show for 4 years now. And even after the 4 years, there's been a couple of successful update stories. But I would think all the people she's had to come on this show in 4 years, it definitely should be more updates, success stories than Kendra has showcased on her show. But I think nowadays the men and women are just dating to be dating. I don't think people are really serious about relationships anymore. You could just tell by how a lot of these people come on the show and present themselves. They definitely are not really real serious about, you know, dating for marriage. You could just tell. All right, you guys, that's my time, honey. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Again, happy 4th of July to you guys. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. And I'm going to definitely see you guys in the next one, honey. Remember, so what you love. Bye.